for the claims.
Okay. I'm just educating myself on
Yeah.
that.
We're self-funded on workman's comp.
So they transfer periodically money from a fund over to pay the claims.
Okay, thank you.
We had a good year last year, actually.
Well, good.
It's not usually our MO.
The year before.
Good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You
Tim,
ready?
you haven't been trying hard enough. Maybe you've answered too many questions. I know what I'm looking at now.
Let's all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks. Morning, everyone. First thing we have on our agenda today are approval of the minutes from last week, and Chair, entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second. Moving second. Any questions or changes to the minutes? Any corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. New business engineering.
Good morning, Jeremy Grenard, City Engineer. Our three items of business are related to our 2021 CDBG curb, sidewalk, drive approach, and ramp replacement project that we opened bids for last week. We've reviewed the bids, and we recommend hiring the lowest responsive bidder, which is Dixon Construction. So first item of business is notice of award. The bid was determined to be complete with all necessary documents submitted, and we're recommending that a notice of award be made to Dixon Construction.
Thanks, Jeremy. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this notice of award to Dixon Construction for our CDBG sidewalk, drive, and ramp replacement project.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any questions for Jeremy on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Next, we have a contract for $123,703, and we're requesting your approval of that
For the
contract.
same project, right? Correct? Okay. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the contract with Dixon Construction.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and second. Any questions on the contract? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And then next, we have a notice to proceed, which is effective immediately upon approval for that
Great.
project.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the notice to proceed in this project for Dixon.
So moved.
Second. Moved and second. Any questions on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Economic Development.
Good morning, Dennis Carson, Economic Development Director. You have before you a contract with Houston Electric for a stage electrical upgrade for the Long Center. It's in the amount of $37,743, and this will be to replace two switch transformers so that the Long Center will not have to bring in additional generators for shows. So in the long run, this is going to save them money and also give them better service and a better user experience. And we solicited 3 quotes for this, and this was the most responsible and lowest quote that we got.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this Long Center electrical upgrade with Houston Electric.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Questions for Dennis on this? So this is a part of our overall plan for the facility.
Right.
We have a staging, obviously doing one.
Right.
Well, a couple
Where-
years ago, we
yeah.
did about $2.3
Yeah.
million.
I know.
We're
Yeah.
working, there's some smaller things that we've been doing. This was something that was brought to our attention really when John Huey got here.
Needed to be done.
Generators and stuff like that, so yes.
Yeah, it needed to be done. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. We have a motion, a second, I think, to approve this Houston Electric bid. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dennis. Okay, Parks Department.
Good morning, Claudine Loffman, Park Superintendent. You have here before you a contract for engineering services with Fisher Engineering, which is an affiliate of Chastain Associates, for a new restroom project in Columbian Park. They'll be providing the engineering services. This is the same project that I brought before you a couple weeks ago for architectural design services with Keystone that you approved. Fisher is going to provide the engineering services, as I mentioned, and the major components include the conceptual site plan, the topo and utility surveys, site construction plans, and then the construction engineering and administration of that. The lump sum price for this contract is $13,500 with work to begin on March 16th, and hopefully this project will be completed by this fall. So.
Great. Chair will entertain a motion to approve this contract for the restrooms at Columbia Park with Fisher Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions?
On the portion of it that is engineering and administration, I assume that we're going to do the construction inspection in-house on a contract that size?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could there be a water fountain there, Claudie?
Thank you.
With your name on it. If you want to give the money, you can get it.
That's right.
That's right.
With a water filler.
That's right.
Happy to put it in for you.
Probably a hose.
It might be a hose out of the restroom.
Yeah.
Okay, team.
Sorry.
All right, we have a motion, a second to approve this agreement. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, purchasing.
Morning, Dave Payne, Purchasing Manager. The police department had an officer retire recently, and he was hired by the sheriff's department. So you have before you Resolution 022021, which authorizes the sale of his soft body armor and vest carrier to Tippecanoe County for the amount of $795. I would ask that you approve it.
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 02-2021.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on this? Makes a lot of sense. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And second, I have a request for declaration of worthless property from Fleet Maintenance. There's a vehicle that had a catastrophic transmission failure, 2008 Chevrolet Impala, four-door sedan, city vehicle 8161, and ask that you declare it worthless so it can be scrapped.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve this declaration of worthless property.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on this? Catastrophic. I like that. Catastrophic transmission
I think that
failure.
means there was a little explosion.
That's a new one. I like that one. We have a motion, a second to approve this declaration. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Claims.
Good morning, Tim Clary, City Controller. Before we get to the claims, I wanted to say that yesterday we had a successful bond sale for the refunding of our 5 renew bonds down into 2. Our previous week's call with S&P, they affirmed our AA minus credit rating, which is investment grade and very good. We had many bidders yesterday, really incredible number of bidders for our bonds, ranging from large insurance companies to Wall Street banking firms, even other municipalities in the country looking to buy our bonds. So the folks at Baird were very impressed with the bidding that took place. So we ended up saving over $1.6 million on those bond issues, and it equated to roughly about a 4%.
Wow.
And as you know, interest rates have risen here lately.
Right.
But the timing was good. Everything was calm over the weekend. And it was a decision that we had to make yesterday morning on whether to go ahead with the bond issue. And fortunately, there weren't any other Indiana municipalities looking to sell bonds, so that was in our favor.
Great.
So anyway, just want to pass
Well,
on that
that's-
good news. And
Yeah.
Tell them what the rate actually ended up being in aggregate.
the aggregate rate was 1.67%, down from 3.5%. And I want to thank Brad Talley for his participation in the ratings call with S&P. The CSO plan has been great from day one and is really going to save the city a lot of money, and it also is impressive to those who rate our debt. So I didn't see Brad in the audience today, but wanted to give him a shout out on the record for
I mean, that's the equivalent rate of a treasury, a 10-year treasury.
Yes, yes.
It is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
the treasury is, hovering around 1.6. and
Yep.
Just a tick above it, and it's actually 15-year debt, so.
Yeah, that's
Combination,
that's,
so good stuff, and we'll definitely hit the bottom line in terms of the interest expense that we have to budget each year, and that's more money that can go in to extend our infrastructure and
Yeah.
and all the other operating costs.
So if you want to be just very surfaceable about it, the market likes our debt better than the federal debt.
Most
Because
definitely.
15 years versus 10.
Yes, and
Yeah.
probably as time goes on, we'll probably like it more and more.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks,
Way to
Tim.
go, everybody.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks for the update.
Any questions on the claims?
No.
I think Gary answered them all.
Norm, just
Norm, you have any questions?
Yeah, I was just educating myself earlier about how the workman's comp runs. I think that you have answered my questions over time to the point that when I look at things, they don't provoke the same questions over and over.
Okay, well,
Testament to your responsiveness, and I appreciate it.
and I want to give a shout out to the AP department and the controller's office and the expanded descriptions. I think that also gives you guys a bit more information, so.
Tim, would you mention the
Whatever
amount of the claim, just so we have on record?
Yes, the controller's office has reviewed the claims, and we ask for your approval in the amount of $3,750,545.76.
Thank you, sir. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Questions? Any further questions on claims? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, opposed, same sign.
Abstain.
And with one abstention. Thank you. I'm sorry, Amy. I keep on forgetting about your abstention. All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you very much. Thanks, Tim. We have a special event request and for the PFFIU State Convention. So have firefighters here to talk about that?
Mr. President, members of the Board of Work, thank you very much for listening to us today. 2 years ago in Jeffersonville, Indiana, at the 43rd Annual PFFUI Professional Firefighter Union of Indiana, we successfully bid to host the 45th Annual Convention here in Lafayette. Well, at that point, I had a vision of what I wanted to do and how I thought things would go here in showcasing the downtown Lafayette area. Little did we know in 2 years that we'd be facing a pandemic, and half that time of planning an event was going to be shut down on me. Now things are slowly opening up. Our union members have been working very hard, putting things together for the first in-person event we're going to see in over a year. At the annual PFFUI convention, 150 to 200 union leaders from across the state of Indiana get together to conduct the union business and talk about future legislation that affects our members. It's also a great place to network and learn about what other cities and towns are doing so we can work together to improve the profession as a whole. What we're here today to ask for is what we'll be doing in our free time and asking for permission to conduct some of our after-hour events. This year, the 45th Annual PFFUI Convention will be held from May 18th to the 21st at the Holiday Inn Center across the street from City Hall here. Our events include golf outing at Coyote Crossing, welcome event at the Reilly Plaza, a pub crawl with a kickoff at a hospitality event, the Old Station No. 3, which coincidentally will be celebrating its 100-year anniversary that week. The block party at the Lafayette Theater with Bruce Barker and his band for entertainment. So I come today to ask for approval to use the Reilly Plaza on Tuesday for the welcome event, which I want to keep in mind here. We usually don't have a welcome event, but this is something we thought we would try. It would bring people in a little sooner, and because most people come in on Wednesday morning, but if we have the golfers that come in on Tuesday, but if we can drag people in on Tuesday night, we'd like to do that. And a closure on Main Street between 6th and 7th Street for a block party on Thursday night from approximately 5 to 9:30. Also in that block party, we're having to, I've spoke with Dennis Carson, and we'd like to include the fresh air eats that's going to be starting up here into that event, even though it falls on a Thursday. As I mentioned when I first stood up, we have a vision that I hope to accomplish. So on Tuesday, when I speak to people around town about how we're doing this, I chose the plaza because it includes one different part of town. You get the Red 7, you get Sarge Preston's, you get the Vault, you get the depot, and then So our event, and that evening, our guests are on their own for food. On Wednesday, we take our guests to the Five Points Museum, and we're going to be providing them. We're going to be cooking, and then we're going to do a pub crawl, which will encompass the whole downtown area. We're going to have buses driving people around, just dropping them off down and doing a big circle loop. And then on Thursday, we're going to the Lafayette Theater, and that takes another part of town. You get the Lafayette Brewing Company, you get D.T. Kirby's, you get the Goat, you get a whole different part of town. We're also that evening, we're going to be inviting the rest of our LFD family and their wives. We are spending their money for the convention, so we thought, it's best to include them. By closing the street, we're planning on maybe between 200 and 300 people. So what we're asking to do is to close it off to traffic so we don't have to worry about anybody spilling into the street and worrying about traffic. And also by extending the outdoor eats or the fresh air eats, the restaurants, if just in case we're still at a closure, a somewhat social distancing and they're restricted with amount of people, we can at least accommodate more people in those times. We've already delivered the good neighbor letters to the businesses in the area, and even have D.T. Kirby's planning on a firefighter special sandwich for that week for our guests. They've been a very big help this week for us. We're doing a fundraiser event that's going to probably raise us about $19,000, and they've been a very integral part of that for us. I can't confirm, but I've heard the GOAT is also putting together a firefighter T-shirt for us for the week. I'm going to plan on a convention program that's going to be an opportunity for downtown businesses to advertise, and we also have that week People's Brewing is going to be providing beer for us all week. We've got to actually put together we're going to rebrand one of their brands, and we're going to put our union logo, and they're going to make a character of a firefighter, and they're going to make a new can for us, and for it all that week. It's really we're really going out for this thing for the guys. So we're also in that program. We're planning to have a map of downtown so people can get around town and we'll be showing them how to get to whatever they need to downtown. The only thing you won't see in your packet that I have so far is the insurance policy. I've been working with Mindy on this. I've been working with the Mitchell Agency and securing an insurance packet. And the reason of course, we want to do this is to protect us and the city. We are providing beer in that event. We don't want anybody to get hurt and have anybody. I didn't realize it was going to be that big of a deal to get an insurance policy just for, a coverage for that. But they're slowly getting it together. So they've also told me it's easier to wait till closer to the event just in case it gets canceled. They don't want us to pay for it and then everything gets canceled, and then it's easier just to not pay for it than to get our money back. So with that being said, I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody might have.
Let's go ahead and get this on the agenda. If we have any questions. Chair, a motion to approve. It sounds like a great event, by the way. I'm really, I'd
like to thank the mayor too for all the assistance he's helped in putting together for us.
I think it's when we're having people come in from out of town. Anyway, let's get a motion before we comment. Is there a motion to approve this event?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. I think when you have people coming in like this from all over the state to visit with us, it's nice to put our best foot forward, and it sounds like you're doing that. So congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
That's good. Any other questions or comments?
It's quite a distinction to have a state conference of any particular union, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I have a question about the political advocacy that the group may be engaged in. I've been aware over the years that there's an issue with some construction that involves lam fab beams and fireproofing on them. It's been in front of the State House a couple of times. Is that a continuing issue that you are addressing?
Actually, I believe it's we've passed that. It actually, what happened was a firefighter, if I can think, Steve Davis, I believe was his name, out of Muncie, Indiana. They were fighting a church fire, and while he was inside, the steeple fell and killed him. And
But we had a firefighter in West Point, right, that went
also,
through a floor.
well, and that was a
killed him.
house, though. This is for major construction of larger buildings,
Okay.
and prefab. Okay,
Right.
so what we were looking for was to get some kind of notification, whether it be through our 911 system or marking even just a little plaque on the side of a building for prefab buildings or something like this, to make sure that we know that within X amount of time we're out because the roof is going to collapse. And through the fighting of actually our vice president of our union, Mike Whitehead, he was standing right beside Officer Davis, when he passed. He crawled out of the building, walked back in with a broken back, and showed everybody where he was when they found him. He fought hard and long to get that done. We went through a long time with construction builders and trying to, because they were fighting. It's like, well, we don't want anybody to know we're using lighter fab or whatever. But after time, it took about 4 or 5 years, I believe, but it has passed, and we do now have that protection. And it's only to let us know that, hey, you're going into a building that is not going to last the full 20 minutes. You better be out within 5-10 minutes, because that roof is going to collapse, and we don't want what happened in North Carolina with killing and those 9 firefighters at that time or whatever in a large construction area like that. So, but we have passed it, and it's our legislation that we do is more for our safety, and we don't go out to make sure that we're hurting anybody. But we work with a lot of unions and a lot of trades and stuff throughout the state, and our leaders do a lot of great work. So.
Well, I'm a little discouraged that it's notification only and that there wasn't it didn't address the core issue, which is the flammability of that particular product.
Right.
But it's good that you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and that's our main concern. We don't want to stop anybody's business. We just want to make sure that our firefighters know their safety is a concern.
Good work.
Thank you.
Other questions?
I have one.
Yes.
So all of the restaurants that you mentioned, they will be open to the general public as well, correct?
Yes, we just wanted to close the street off for traffic. It'll also be, and that's why also I'd asked when I spoke with Dennis the other day is having the fresh air eats that I didn't realize until I spoke with somebody last week that you can't just put stuff outside. You had to get permission for that. So that's why I spoke with him last week about maybe extending that one day. I know people go, well, why, if you do it for them, can you do it for everybody else? I get that. But I just want to make sure that and when I spoke with Greg, I believe, the owner of Lafayette Brewing, he wanted to make sure that his customers were still going to be able to. I said, absolutely. We're not shutting off for everybody coming in. We're just blocking off the street from traffic so nobody, gets hurt when they're walking in throughout the traffic area there.
Okay, just want to make sure we all could participate in those special sandwiches.
Absolutely. And from what I understand, it's a Philly cheesesteak on a pretzel roll with caramelized bacon. I've had a piece of it. It's fantastic. I know that.
Thank you.
Other questions? Okay, I have a motion, a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, good luck. We also have a banner request from CASA. Chair and a motion to approve the banner request.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and second. Any questions or concerns about that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Mayor, any comments today? Does anybody have any comments for the board today? If not, meeting stands adjourned. Thanks. Yeah, I was going to mention, it's